use my tool here to pull that up. Well, it's kind of hard. Okay, now here's where we go. We'll get her now. I'm trying to work around the camera angle and that. Trying to get that over the top again. After I pulled it forward, trying to get the hide stretched down over the form. What we'll do is we'll pull this hide back up just a little bit. There we go. See how that slides over there? Okay, now what you want to do is set your form just like so. Okay? Now you got that form set there. What we're going to do is we're going to get some screws. We're going to set that form. We're going to set those antlers. And I'm getting some screws. I'm going to get the drill. We're going to be ready to go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set this here. I'm going to put 2 screws in right in the front. Then another screw in the back. And I'm going to try to reach that with my drill right now. Let's see if we can do it. What you want to also do is make sure that you're lined up here, this center line on the skull. You want to make sure that that's lined up with your center line on your deer form. Sometimes you have to start all over again. I've done it before too. Get another screw and put in the back. But what I want to show you is you don't want to be off center here. What we're going to do is I'm looking at the angle of the plate, make sure that it's the same. I've got my, let's see, 2.5 to 3 fingers. We'll pull this up just in case. I want to make sure I don't have to do anything else to that. I'll make sure that my hide is going to go around there good. It's going to fit there. I'm going to do it, I'm going to look at my eyes. My eyes are going to fit. I'll be able to move that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get another screw and put in there. And let's see, here it is right here, another screw. We'll put that in, and then we'll do our clay work. What that does, that locks that in there pretty good. Okay, we're going to go get our clay. We're going to end up doing clay work around here. I mean, this is actually kind of fun, isn't it? You get to play with clay just like when you're in kindergarten. You go ahead and fill in underneath the antler burr there. Don't get it all the way up the antler burr because I want to get some glue on that antler burr, especially up in here. You see that? I want that bone showing, so that glue will be exposed there. You just mold this right on in here, and that'll flatten out when you put your hide on there. Another thing, you know, you can boil every skull you want, you know, your skull plate, but what I do is while they're fresh and still wet, I'll either borax them or I'll salt them good. And that'll keep any of your little bug buddies out of there. You don't want to have a customer come back saying his house is infested with bugs because of your mount. That's not good advertising. Anyway, and we got the head there. You can smooth that out. Like I say, you don't have to do a lot there because that's going to smooth out, and you'll, when you put your hide on there. Well, what you want to do is you want to make sure you get enough for your ears. And on a deer, it's a golf ball size. thing of clay. I'll show you here. 2 golf ball size pieces. Get them in a, just go ahead and form them up like so. And then when we get ready to sew this up, I'll show you what we'll do, and we'll get that goddamn thing ready to go. What we're going to do is we're going to pull this hide down now. We're going to get that up there. I'm going to pull the hide down. Okay, now I've already talked to you about on a deer hide you can go ahead and well, wouldn't you look at that, that ear is stuck inside there. Okay, here we go. We got the ear out now. Anyway, you can, like I said before, you can use a leather punch and punch holes, or you can use a good needle. What I do is I use a good needle. I use an S-curve needle, good size one, about a 4 or 5 incher. I get a pretty good amount of artificial sinew out. Okay. Here we go. Okay, what I do my first stitch is gonna be right here. This V where I notch this. If you got any little things like this hanging off of there, just get rid of. You can see where that V, here's the front part of that antler burr that goes right there. Here's the corner of it right there. So we're just going to stick that with a needle. What we want to do is we want to make sure we get that thing locked in there. Okay, I'm going to take and get some glue around these antler burrs first, so. Because I don't want that, I don't want those moving after I get that in there. Don't want that moving. Okay, now what you do is you get that up there like so. Get your string there, then you go to where your other antler burr corner is, and that's right here. So you just go ahead and pull that baby tight, and you've got that side pretty much set. So what I do is I finish sewing this side up. Go out. It takes about 3 stitches is what it's going to take. Depending on how long you make your cut, your V there. I make mine so it takes about 3 stitches to lock her in. I'm right out at the tip of that V right there now. And here we go. One thing you want to do is when you do this, pull that string tight. If you don't pull it tight, you think you got her tight, but sometimes your string will hang up. Pull it tight, make sure it's in there tight. And then what you do, just go out here a little ways, cut your string off, leave enough to tie. That way you got some string left on your needle, and you got some string here. Now when we come down here, we'll tie this other side off. Alright, I'm right here at the corner of where that antler burr is. I don't know what else to call that. That's the corner where your antler burr ends. Well, where your cut meets up with your antler burr right there. Get yourself a good knot. Come back around. You want to make sure you pull that